Good morning, students. Today we will start here. Let us listen to three boys. If you ask one type of man, what does a novel do? He will reply placidly, well, I don't know. It seems a funny sort of question to ask a novel, well, I don't know. I suppose it kind of tells a story, so to speak. He is quite good tempered and vague and probably driving a motor bus at the same time and paying no more attention to literature than it merits. Okay, so now I want to tell you in second paragraph. Let us listen to three voices. Now the author is telling us that we should listen three voices. First thing, if you ask one type of man, then what will be the answer of you? Then I'm telling you, if you will ask one type of person, here the author wants to describe about the qualities of novel. So now here the author is asking one type of man, what does a novel
Good morning, ma'am.
do? Good morning. What does a novel do? It means what can novel do? Okay. He will reply placidly. He will reply placidly means calmly. It means in cool manner. He will give us answer. What answer is given? We will see here. Placidly you mean it means placid means क्या होता है? I have already told you. Calmly. Okay. Well, I don't know. It seems a funny sort of question to ask. वो क्या कहेगा? ठीक है. Well, I don't know. It seems a funny sort of question to ask a novel. Well, I don't know. And if we will ask the question to others, what is a novel and how do you like it? It means there is a very कहते हैं ना, very complicated question to ask, because of it is also just like funny question. How may they ask कि novel जो है, it seems a funny sort of question to ask a novel is a novel. It means you are asking about novel and it is very funny question. ये तुम novel के बारे में कि पूछ रहे हो what does a novel do, एक novel क्या कर सकती है, it is very funny question. Why are you asking this type of question? And then well, I don't know. I suppose it kind of tells a story. तो वो कोई भी व्यक्ति आंसर देगा कि I don't know about it. I suppose it kind of tells a story, and he will give you answer that it tells a story. So to speak, it means novel is only tells about a story. So to speak, यानी novel क्या है कि story है only, और ये हमें क्या बताता है, किसी की व्यक्ति के बारे में बताता है. Okay, and he is quite good tempered and vague and probably driving a motor bus at the same time and paying no more attention to literature than a person who drives a car, who is a driver, cannot pay attention towards the literature, because of literature is related with your mentality and with your concern related to the stories and related to the knowledge, but there is no use of knowledge about it, because of in the field of literature only the person who is learned, who wants to know everything and who wants to pay attention towards the study, then he will pay attention towards novel or literature. But a person who is very common, who know how to drive, then he hadn't any idea about literature, because of literature is related with the study and novel is also related with the study, related with the literature. So that is why what is the use of literature for a driver? It means a person who know how to drive the vehicle, then he doesn't know how to read or learn literature, because of literature is already related with the mentality and related with the books and related with the study. So how is it possible? Then a person who is driving a car will tell you about literature. समझ में आ गया क्या कहना चाह रही हूँ लक्ष्मी? हेलो, चीजें आपको क्लियर हो गई कि एक व्यक्ति जो कि कार ड्राइविंग करता है, जिसे लिटरेचर से कोई मतलब नहीं होता, एंड वो लिटरेचर के बारे में उसको कोई मतलब नहीं है, वो सिर्फ एक स्टोरी देख सकता है, एक नॉवेल के बारे में क्या जान सकता है कि वह एक स्टोरी है और स्टोरी में हमें इंटरेस्ट आता है, ठीक है, एंड वी कैन सी मूवीज हम देख सकते हैं, बट मूवी देखना एक इजीएस्ट वे है, ऑल्दो इट इज ऑल्सो लिटरेचर। हालांकि देखिए वो भी लिटरेचर का एक पार्ट होती है, एक नॉवेल होती है मूवी भी, बट व्हाट आई वांट टू से कि लिटरेचर जो है क्या है, अगर एक मोटर ड्राइवर से पूछेंगे आप व्हाट इज लिटरेचर, then he cannot tell you about literature, because of literature is the subject of, it means subject of learned person and related to the study. The students and the teachers only can pay attention towards literature. They never pay attention towards it. It means the common people never pay attention towards literature, because of he only thinks about the common activities of life. He never think about the literature, because of literature is related with the particularly students and particularly teachers and the learned person, just like William Shakespeare, John Milton and others. So that is why what is the use of literature, we cannot say anything about it. Okay, who cannot say anything about it? कौन नहीं कह सकता है लिटरेचर के बारे में कुछ भी? यस, होनित, who cannot say anything about literature? Give me answer.
हम जिन्होंने पढ़ी नहीं है।
नहीं, जो ड्राइविंग करता है, एक ड्राइवर है, उसको लिटरेचर से कोई वास्ता नहीं होता, उसे कोई रिलेशन नहीं है, बिकॉज ऑफ ही नो हाउ टू ड्राइव। और देखिए अगर उसको ड्राइवर को गाड़ी चलाना नहीं आता होगा, देन व्हाट विल हैपन? तो इट मीन्स जिसका जो फील्ड है, देयर द पर्सन शुड बी एक्सपर्ट इन इट। अब देखिए कंप्यूटर ऑपरेट करना या कंप्यूटर को जैसे स्टार्ट करना या चीजों को चलाना, दिस इज द पार्ट ऑफ कंप्यूटर टीचर एंड technology is related with him. Okay, so that is why it is not necessary that all the teachers know about technology. Okay, so here it means the description of the literature, and literature is related with the particular quality of learned person and the students and the teachers, and it is not related with the common people. आप हर जगह लिटरेचर के बारे में नहीं बोल सकते, बिकॉज आप वहीं पर लिटरेचर के बारे में बोलेंगे जहां पर आपको पढ़ने की जरूरत हो, या फिर जहां पर आपको पढ़ाने की जरूरत हो, या फिर जहां पर आपको स्पेशली कोई मान लीजिए कन्वर्सेशन का कोई टॉपिक है, आपको स्पीच देनी है, डिबेट देना है, देन यू विल पे अटेंशन टुवर्ड्स लिटरेचर. सो नाउ ही इज क्वाइट गुड टेम्पर्ड and vague and probably driving a motor bus, because of the person who know how to drive, and his temper is related only with the driving car, driving a motor bus at the same time, and paying no more attention to literature. He will never pay attention towards literature than it merits. He doesn't know what is the merits of literature and what is the quality of literature, because he only knows how to drive a motor bus and he has no relation with literature. Okay, then another man whom I visualize as on a golf course will be aggressive and brisk. Now here the author wants to describe another man whom I visualize as a golf course. If he know how to play the golf particularly, or the person who know how to play cricket or any other game, okay, then what will happen? Will be aggressive and brisk, because of he has no interest in literature, because of his views, his ideas and other things are related with the golf game or cricket game or any other game, because of a sports person never take interest in literature particularly. If he is taking interest in literature, that it is the thinking of him Okay, and now what is going on here in the chapter? Because of he is the expertise of golf and he is the expertise of cricket. Okay, that if he is the particularly sportsman, that is why he never pay attention. It means little bit. He will little bit pay attention towards literature because of it is only the work of the person or related with the personality who are learned and who know the quality of literature. It means the person who are teaching or who are studying and who are want to describe to others about the particular time period. They will write in book and it will be the part for the future generation. देखिए क्या है कहने का मतलब कि जो इस टाइम पर लिटरेचर, मान लीजिए आप जैसे कोई बंदा है, राइटर है, वो सारी उस टाइम की इश्यूज को डिस्क्राइब करेगा और उन चीजों को डिस्क्राइब करेगा जिससे कि पर्टिकुलरली इस एज पीरियड के बारे में नेक्स्ट टाइम में नेक्स्ट जनरेशन के लोग जान सके. तो ये काम किसका है? लर्नेड पर्सन का, यानी राइटर का. एंड ही कैन डिस्क्राइब इन हिज बुक. ओके, तो जितने भी लर्नेड पर्सन हैं उनको लिटरेचर की जरूरत होती है लाइफ को, कॉमन लाइफ को जीने के लिए. ऐसी लिटरेचर की जो चीजें लिखी जाती हैं उनमें बहुत सी स्टोरीज ऐसी होती हैं विच आर रिलेटेड विद द कॉमन लाइफ. सो दैट इज वाई उनको लिटरेचर की जरूरत कब पड़ती है? जब वो कोई उन्हें मोरल मैसेज लेना होता है. यू हैव सीन द so many moral messages has given and the stories, particularly abridged stories. So that is why, not we can say abridged stories, most of the stories give us a moral message which is very necessary in our common life. So that is why literature is particularly related with the learned person who will write stories or who will write moral message for the society, not of common people. Now, what does a novel do? And why tell a story? Of course, I have no use for it if they didn't. Now he is saying that why I listen your literature? Then I have taken literature as a subject, and if I am doing the work of driving, if I am doing or I am practicing cricket or I am practicing golf, then how is it possible to learn about literature? तब हमारे लिए क्या जरूरी है लिटरेचर को सीखना और समझना. Then next, another man whom I visualize as a golf course will be aggressive and risk. Then he becomes aggressive. वो नाराज हो जाएगा. He became angry because of he knows about golf course only and he has no interest in literature. So why is it necessary to tell him about the merits of literature? Then why tell a story? Of course, I have no use for it. I didn't. I like a story. Very bad test on my part, no doubt. But I like a story. Very bad test. Now, if the person has a very bad test towards the literature, and on my part, no doubt, but I like a story. Now, no doubt, he like a story because of he want to live a comfortable life. He want to take enjoy. Then he can read a story and he can see movie and he can take enjoyment. Okay, he or she can take enjoyment in it. Okay, you can take your art, you can take your literature, you can take your music, but give me a good story. Okay, now the author wants to tell us about it. You can take your art, it means art section, and you can take your literature, and you may take your literature, and you can take your music, and music is related with your life. You know, life is also start with the music. Okay, and that is why the author wants to describe the importance of music. Music is related with the life of you and every person because of संगीतम वाद्यम तथा नृत्यम त्रयम संगीतम उच्यते. यानी कि गाना बजाना और नाचना, ये तीनों क्रियाएं जो हैं वो एक दूसरे से रिलेटेड हैं और विच गिव अस एंजॉयमेंट। बोथ मतलब ये सब इंटरलिंक्ड है एक दूसरे से और ये हमें एंजॉयमेंट प्रोवाइड कराती हैं। सो म्यूजिक इज ऑल्सो रिलेटेड with it. Next thing, but give me a good story. Now author is telling about the good stories which are very necessary. It means which give us moral lesson. And I like a story to be a story. Mine and my wife's the same. Now the author is saying here, and I like a story to be a story. Because of I like a story, because of I want to take interest in it and I want to take enjoyment. So that is why I like to read the story, okay, or I want to see the movie. And next thing, mind and my wife's the same, because of both person who are living with each other, if they like each and everything particularly in the same manner, then they will listen one type of story, they can see one type of movie, okay. तो जब दोनों के व्यूज और आइडियाज और थॉट्स एक जैसे होंगे, देन दे कैन लर्न एंड लिसन एंड टेक इंटरेस्ट इन इट, ओके। एक जैसी मूवी देखने में वही पर्सनालिटी एक साथ बैठेंगे, वही पर्सन एक साथ बैठेंगे who take interest in that, okay. So now next, and I like a story to be a story, mine and my wife's the same. And a third man, he says in a sort of drooping, a regretful voice, hey, yes, oh dear, yes, the novel tells a story. Now here a third person, if you ask to a third person that what is literature or what is a story or what is novel, then he will say, he says a sort of drooping regretful voice, and a regretful voice he will give answer, yes, oh dear, yes, the novel tells a story. Because of novel, what is novel? It tells us a story. I respect and admire the first speaker. Now the author wants to tell us about the first speaker, that there is the first speaker, and first speaker what is saying? Respect, he is doing respect and admire. The first type of person who is doing this? Author is doing this, okay. And I detest and fear the second, but the second one is detested and fear bias. Matlab it means I don't like him. And the third is myself. Yes, oh dear, yes, the novel tells a story. Now a third person, it means is myself. Yes, oh dear, yes, the novel tells a story. Novel क्या करती है? यह हमें story बताती है. Then that is fundamental aspect without which I could not exist. And this one is telling about the fundamental, it means the basic aspect which could not exist in this world, and maybe these are not exist in this world only in an imagination, that can be imaginative part of the story. So now that is the highest factor common to all novels, and I wish that it was not so, that it could be something different, melody or perception or truth, not this low atavistic form. Now author wants to describe in the last of the paragraph that it is the highest factor common to all novels. It means the author is saying about the highest factor common, which is common to all novels, and now he wished that it was not so, that it could be something different. It may be melodious, it may be the perception of truth, it may be not this low atavistic form. It cannot be an atavistic form. So now we have studied here in this paragraph about three type of person, and you will tell me first type of person, Lakshmi. Who is the first type of person here? हाँ, जो कि कॉमन पर्सन है, जो कि ड्राइविंग जानता है, वो फर्स्ट टाइप ऑफ पर्सन. एंड व्हाट इज सेकंड टाइप ऑफ पर्सन इज डिस्क्राइब्ड हियर? सेकंड टाइप ऑफ पर्सन कौन सा डिस्क्राइब किया है यहाँ पर?
जिसको क्लियर हो और वो डिटैच हो.
Clear. It is not clear to me. Please explain again. Now, Honit, give me answer. Second type of person. Who is second type of person?
जो गोल्फ कोर्स पे हो.
Yes. जिसका फोकस किस पर है? स्पोर्ट्स पर. Okay. Next, third type of person. Who? बताइए, third type of person is expressed here. So which type of person of third type of person? लक्ष्मी, तीसरी तरह का कौन सा बंदा है?
थर्ड पर्सन वो है जो लिटरेचर को पसंद करता हो.
लिटरेचर को पसंद तो करता है, लेकिन उसको कोई रिलेशन नहीं है लिटरेचर से उसका. समझ रहे हैं ना? लिटरेचर से उसका कोई रिलेशन नहीं है. वो केवल मूवीज के तौर पर, नोवेल के तौर, मतलब स्टोरीज के तौर पर उसको देखता है केवल. उसको कोई लर्नेड पर्सन नहीं है जिसको कि स्टोरी से कोई मतलब हो. ओके, सो दीज टाइप ऑफ persons are described in this paragraph. I think it is clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the
Yes,
time is over of your class. This one is the time for your class. So now I want to close. Thank you. Have a nice day, all of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.